Joined alongside Matthew Morgan, and we have an ongoing severe weather event across South Alabama and Northwest Florida. We have a severe thunderstorm warning now in progress for several of our Northwest Florida counties and for parts of southern Baldwin County. And so severe thunderstorms moving through, and we're getting a new warning now. This is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning for Butler County as well. And so we're going to work the line in a minute, but I do want to go ahead and go live on Facebook as well to be able to get this information out to more folks. You're hearing the thunder in the background. We've got nasty storms coming through our area in Bruton at this point. And getting set to go live on Facebook. You know what? I forgot to type in the description. We're having to do our setup here a little bit differently. Normally we come on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, but in this case I have to manually do a description in each source that we use. All right, that fixes that. We should be able to go live now on Facebook. Really kind of a nightmare to deal with, if I'm being honest. All right, no tornado warnings as of 10:32 p.m., but we do have severe thunderstorm warnings across the region. So going live on Facebook in 3, 2, 1.
Live from Red Zone Weather in Bruton, Alabama, with meteorologist Spinks Meganson. Severe weather coverage starts right now.
10:33 p.m. and we have severe thunderstorms rolling through South Alabama and Northwest Florida. No tornado warnings as of 10:33 p.m., but these storms mean business, and we could have wind damage in terms of trees coming down across parts of Northwest Florida imminently as these storms continue moving to the southeast. I'm Spinks Meganson, joined alongside Matthew Morgan, and we're going to look at this line from north to south and talk you through it as it continues rumbling through our local area. Before we do that, I want to show you this image. Matt, if you'll take me over to the iPad, please. We had a fire earlier in Butler County along the interstate. Not sure the status of that, but a big brush fire earlier in parts of Butler County. That's a viewer photo that I received. Let's go back to the radar, LD1, please. And we'll show you that we have a line of storms in that area now, hopefully helping to put that flame near Interstate 65 out. And so just wanted to make you aware of that brush fire in Butler County. And Matt, let's just keep it on that source if we can for now as I get ready to show the velocity here. And tell you what, if you'll put me in the box, please, sir. Let's work this line from north to south because we do have ongoing severe thunderstorm warnings across our region. Let's go over to LD2, please. We'll start in the north up here in Butler County where we have very loud storms now east of the interstate, extending from Daisy down to Pigeon Creek and Okie Streak in Butler County. That's out there to the east of Greenville, and those storms are rapidly moving into Crenshaw County over the next little bit. And so if you're in Luverne, Brantley, areas near Highland Home or Grady, all of those areas could have damaging straight-line winds shortly. We'll go down into Conecuh County, Alabama. These storms are below severe limits, but there's heavy rain and loud and proud thunderstorms happening now near Evergreen, back over to areas near Cohasset Creek, coming into northern Covington County near Red Level over the next little bit. Same thing in Castleberry, Nymph, J Villa, Johnsonville, El Pond, all those areas. Very heavy rain, but storms are under severe limits. Here's Escambia County, Alabama, and the worst of the weather has now cleared through Porch and Atmore. And so Porch and Atmore all clear for the whole night. You're done with severe weather if you're at Huxford, Porch, or Atmore. But the worst of the weather all night is happening now in Bruton, Riverview, East Bruton, areas near Dixonville, also Pollard, Appleton, also areas near Kego. Nasty storms moving through. The worst of the weather in our whole region, however, is happening here in Northwest Florida, and it's really happening near Jay, extending back down to Pensacola, along US Highway 29, and along Chemukla Highway as this line of storms continues pushing through, moving from west to east. Let me stress that we have no active tornado warnings as of 10:36 p.m. And tell you what, take me back over to LD1, please. Looking at this, I really don't see any immediate indication of any, tornado warnings that would happen in the next few minutes. And so that certainly is a good thing. But clearly, we could have damaging straight line winds, particularly in this zone in northern Santa Rosa County, coming into areas near Brownsdale and New York, out there on the Chemukla Highway. This is a bit to the southwest of Jay, south of Highway 4 in Santa Rosa County. Lots of lightning with that storm. Nasty, nasty storm. Could be producing some small hail with a signature like what we're seeing as well. And it also could be producing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts coming into Jay, Mount Carmel, Cobbtown, also areas near Whitfield and Berrydale over the next few minutes. That part of the storm is really intense as this storm continues moving to the east. So again, looking at Santa Rosa County here, we're also tracking the part of the storm near Molino that's coming across the Escambia River into Santa Rosa County imminently. That's going to end up in 5 points in Pace and areas near Milton, Pea Ridge, Baghdad, Whitingfield, and Allentown over the next few minutes. So this is going to be the worst of the weather. And I can tell you, if you're in Pensacola, no matter where you are in the Pensacola metro, this is the worst it's going to be all night. And so once this line comes through, you get an all clear. It's not going to be long now. By the way, speaking of all clear, those are the two favorite words of the night. As once this line of storms comes through your location, you get an all clear. And so I want to go ahead and do that. We've been sending out app alerts for specific counties. And at this point, if I call out your county, you get an all clear. Monroe, Wilcox, Clark, Washington, Choctaw, Mobile, and now just in Baldwin County. So all of Baldwin County, you get an all clear for the night. You're done with severe weather. The threat has shifted and it's now to your east. The deal is, if you're east of this line of storms, places like Andalusia, Crestview, and Destin, you've still got a little bit to go. Not long, about an hour from now, we'll be able to give everybody an all clear. But the line of storms extends from Greenville and Luverne back down to Pensacola. And let's kind of look at this. Matt, if you'll go there, please. I want to look at a few other sources here. I really don't see anything that would lead me to believe that we have an imminent tornado threat. This has clearly turned into more of a damaging straight line wind risk. And I very loosely use the words thankfully, because sometimes damaging straight line winds can be just as bad as a tornado. But looking up and down this line, I'm telling you, I just don't see anything. Yes, you've got very loud storms near coming into Luverne and coming into Jay and areas near Berrydale specifically. Those are clearly the loudest storms. Take me over to LD2, please, and we'll show you the lightning counter on this. 390 strikes of lightning in this part of the storm in Santa Rosa County. So lots of lightning with this storm, along with very heavy rain as these intense storms continue pushing off to the east. We'll go down to the Pensacola Metro and Gulf Breeze. Across the bridge there, across the bay in Gulf Breeze, nasty storms coming in from the west. If you're at NAS Pensacola, yes, the weather is loud and proud, but the good news is we don't see anything in the way of any tornadic developments at this point. So again, we're watching this severe thunderstorm coming through the greater Pensacola area, extending into northern Santa Rosa County as well. No warnings for Conecuh or Covington or Escambia, Alabama at this point, but we do have ongoing severe thunderstorm warnings for the Pensacola Metro, for Pace, for Milton, also for areas near Jay. And Allentown and Whitingfield. And next in line will be Navarre, also areas near Holt, Harold, Eglin Air Force Base, Baker. All those areas are next in line to see these thunderstorms that continue to push our way from the west. Matt, have you seen anything over the last few minutes in terms of damage reports? I haven't either. And by the way, let me say, for those of you that specifically watching on the Facebook side of things, it is so immensely helpful for you to tell us where you're watching from, even if the weather's quiet. We love to know where our folks are watching. And we have had quite a few reports of trees down over the last few hours. The last report that I got was actually in northern Monroe County, out on Alabama Highway 41, near the community of Veredenburg. We had some trees down there. And we've had several reports back in Mississippi as well. Reports have been a little bit slow to come in tonight because of the darkness that we are now in after sunset, of course. And we're getting a report that we've got some hail in the community of Jay in Santa Rosa County. And I'm telling you, I would believe it. With a signature like that, small hail is likely as this storm continues to push in from the west. Let me see if I can go over to... Yeah, look at that. That's what we call a go to the LD1 source. Yeah, there you go. So this is a hail core right in through here that's coming into Jay. Brownsdale, New York. You could have upwards of quarter-size hail over the next few minutes as this storm continues to move to the east. Let's put this in motion because I think this really developed over the last 30 minutes or so. Those brighter colors are where we could have upwards of quarter-size hail over the next few moments. And just sending a message to my dad, he is in this zone that would be having the hail south of Jay, just trying to see if we've got any ground truth other than some of these reports coming in. So not only are we concerned about damaging straight line winds and embedded tornadoes, we're also concerned about the potential for large hail. Let me go back over to the traditional radar view. And again, we're watching these storms push across our region map. Back over to LD2, please. Thank you. And we'll put this in motion. One thing that I haven't said so far, we've got a new severe thunderstorm watch, and that's in place for parts of East Alabama and Western Georgia. So that includes places like Auburn. If you have a student on the campus of Auburn University, they're now involved in a severe thunderstorm watch, and it looks like they're going to have a severe thunderstorm warning in Auburn shortly. We actually just got off the phone a few minutes ago with some friends in Auburn, and lots of wind in that area. A few trees reported down as well. I tell you what, that line of storms goes all the way up to Chattanooga, Tennessee. You got severe thunderstorm warnings in progress there just south of Chattanooga, into areas near center Alabama in Cherokee County, Cleburne, Calhoun, Clay, Randolph, Chambers, and Tallapoosa counties, all involved in severe thunderstorm warnings at this point. Same thing, by the way, in Montgomery and Macon counties. So here's Montgomery County, state capital, and the storms have moved through the heart of Montgomery and are now out towards Pike Road, coming into areas near Luverne. And that brings us down into our part of the world here in South Alabama and Northwest Florida. Nasty storms coming in imminently into Gant Lake and Andalusia over the next few minutes. We're also watching storms here in Santa Rosa County coming into Berrydale, Fidelis, Whitfield, Whitingfield, and Allentown over the next few minutes. The good news is I don't see anything in the way of imminent tornado threats across the region. And so that's what we want to see anytime we have a nasty line of storms. Damaging straight line winds are certainly nothing to play around with, but we do not want tornadoes. And right now, there are no tornado warnings for any part of South Alabama or Northwest Florida. And y'all just pardon me if I go silent looking at 400 different things here in the studio. By the way, thank you to everyone who has been using our Red Zone Weather app over the last few hours. We have heavily invested in that app over the last few weeks and months, and finally gotten all the database errors fixed and all that good stuff. And so that Red Zone Weather app has been golden tonight. Really, really good stuff. And if you're just now joining us, we can give an all clear to Baldwin, Monroe, Wilcox, Clark, Choctaw, Washington, and Mobile counties. You are done. You're behind the line of storms in all parts of all those counties. And so all clear for those counties, but for areas near the line and out to the east, you're involved in this severe weather threat zone. And I am told that we probably will be getting a new tornado watch for counties to our east over in southeast Alabama and the Florida Panhandle. In other words, Walton and points east. You're going to get a new tornado watch a bit later. So let's go back over to LD1 and kind of work the line. Nasty storms right now in Pensacola. It's loud, it's proud, but you're okay. You're fine. As long as you're inside and not on the roadways, you're fine. There is no tornado threat right now. Could have some damaging wind gusts, no doubt about it. Upwards of 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible shortly near Pace, specifically in Milton. And it is so immensely helpful. I see that we've got many people commenting. Thank you so much. It is so helpful for you to tell us exactly what's happening where you live, because you truly are our eyes and ears on the ground. So thank you so much for all of the reports. Let's go back over to our reflectivity. There we go. And you're going to have some hail shortly near Berrydale and Fidelis. Nasty hail core, upwards of quarter-size hail. Same thing in Pensacola. You may have some hail shortly near downtown Pensacola and near Gulf Breeze imminently. So could have some hail in that part of the world and damaging straight line winds. We're going to have to watch this thing at Gonzales. That could be an area of heightened wind. In other words, maybe 70 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts coming into Pace and Milton. And 5 Points, new Starbucks out there near that new Publix, and Fusion and Whataburger out there. There used to be a Tom Thumb gas station. Now it's Cumberland Farms of all things. And so if you know where I'm talking about, out at 5 Points north of Pace, could have some strong winds over the next few minutes. I really liked Tom Thumb, and now they made it a Cumberland Farms. So kind of an interesting marketing move on their part. But nonetheless, if you're familiar with that area, big car wash right there. You've also got the soccer fields just north of there on Chumuckla Highway, out where the helicopters practice. On Chumuckla Highway. If you live near that area, you just be inside. No need to have a helmet on at this point or anything like that, but just know the weather is getting pretty rough where you live. So again, zooming out here of Santa Rosa County, where we have an ongoing severe thunderstorm warning in progress for the next few minutes for all of Santa Rosa County, keeping you informed. And this does include parts of Okaloosa County as well. You've got Baker, Escambia Farms, Good Hope, Holt involved in the severe thunderstorm warning, and I think that one's on the board until 11:15. So these storms are going to continue marching to the east in the hours ahead. And Matt, some good news. We should be able to give everyone across southwest Alabama and northwest Florida an all clear by midnight at the way this is going. We've already given an all clear to Baldwin, Monroe, and points back to the west, but main line of storms coming through Butler, Covington, Conecuh, Escambia, Santa Rosa, and Escambia, Florida right now. And so watching these storms come through, I don't really see anything in the way of an imminent tornado threat at the moment. Let me scan the line before we get out of your hair. We're going to go back to covering storms in the Red Zone Weather app shortly. Yeah, Covington County, you're fine. Nothing in the way of serious issues in Covington County. Could have some gusty winds shortly near Luverne and Crenshaw County. Butler County, you're about to be all clear completely in about 5 minutes. Same thing in Conecuh County, by the way. We'll give you an all clear in about 5 minutes. Eastern Escambia, Alabama, specifically Roberts and Bradley. Nasty storms coming in. Could have damaging straight line winds shortly. Same thing up here near Jay. This is the worst of the weather. In areas near Jay, Berrydale, and Fidelis. Really, it's past Jay at this point. And coming into Berrydale and Fidelis, there probably is quarter-size hail. I was in that area about 2 days ago, and if you're familiar with that area, you know you got the old school at Fidelis where they have the basketball courts. You go down the road, you get to Bigfoot Crossing with the gas station there at Berrydale Crossroads. That area could be having large hail as we speak. Same thing at Whitfield. Could have some small hail near Central High School near Allentown. Also got some nasty weather rumbling through Pensacola right now. But some good news for Pensacola specifically. We'll be able to give you an all clear probably in about 15 minutes for the Pensacola Metro. So these storms are going to continue moving down 98, Gulf Breeze, Oriole Beach, areas near the zoo, the Gulf Breeze Zoo, also areas near Holly and Navarre. Nasty storms coming in. Let's see what that's about. The Weather Service is canceling the tornado watch for Baldwin and Monroe County. All right, so Baldwin and Monroe all clear. We've already done that, but they're making it official by canceling the tornado watch. So let's go here and again, just watching this line of storms. Let me put this in motion while I check a few other things. Again, thank you to everyone watching this evening. We certainly appreciate your support. We know that you have a choice in where you get your severe weather coverage, and we appreciate you choosing Red Zone Weather and the Red Zone Weather app, even when we're not live. Hey, by the way, we got a new tornado watch to tell you about. This is going to be for those areas that I called out a minute ago. This is for Walton, Bay, Gulf counties, and also all of southeast Alabama. So that's that new tornado watch. And let's see if I can. That one is going to be on the board until 6 a.m. So a new tornado watch has just come on the board until 6 a.m. for all of southeast Alabama, southwest Georgia, and all of the Florida Panhandle down to Port St. Joe and Indian Pass and Apalachicola. So a new tornado watch. That's to the east of our area. So that's that new tornado watch until 6 a.m. Walton, Coffee, Dale, Henry, Houston, and Geneva counties. New tornado watch for you until 6 a.m. out ahead of this advancing line of storms. The weather got rough for a little bit in Jay and Mount Carmel and areas near Brownsdale, but storms are now near Berrydale. Lots of lightning with that. We'll need to watch that little suspect area coming into 5 points. Could have some gusty winds over the next few minutes. Same thing at Gulf Breeze. That's a nasty storm at Gulf Breeze. Pensacola Beach would not want to be out on the beach right now. Nasty storms with 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible over the next few minutes as this storm continues translating to the east. But because we don't have any active tornado warnings, what we're going to do is go back to covering these storms in the Red Zone Weather app. And y'all know the drill. If we have more warnings, we will come back on Facebook Live to bring you the very latest. But as of now, no tornado warnings for any part of South Alabama or Northwest Florida. Severe thunderstorm warnings continue for the next hour or so for parts of Santa Rosa, Okaloosa, and Butler counties. On behalf of all of us at Red Zone Group LLC, I'm Spinks Megginson with Matthew Morgan saying goodbye for now. We'll come back if we have more tornado warnings.
Be sure to find us across social media, and don't forget to download the free Red Zone Weather app and set up your customized alerts. Please support our Red Zone Weather sponsors who make our coverage possible every single day.